People will congratulate you in public, but compete with you in private. Success, oftentimes, it triggers other people's insecurities. See, money doesn't just attract opportunity, but money attracts opportunists. When you talk, you're repeating what you already know. When you listen, you're learning what you don't know. Guys, when you get rich, do yourself a favor and don't tell no one. Just keep your mouth shut, right? Some people just absolutely talk too much, and they can't wait to tell the world what they bought, what they're doing, or what they're planning to do, or how good they're doing right now. And that's exactly why a lot of people who build wealth or who get rich, they don't have the peace that they thought they'd have when they finally get some money. The deal is this: the moment people start winning, other people are going to start watching. That's just automatic. And a lot of people likely won't tell you that they're watching, but you know that they're watching. And not everybody watching is on your side necessarily. So some people have a tendency out here to want to flaunt it and say, hey, look at me. Remember when you said I wasn't going to be nothing? Now look at me. I'm rich. But I'm telling you on this video, don't do that, right? The truth is that some people are admiring you from afar, but a lot of people are watching you and either hoping for your downfall, or they're plotting, or they're comparing themselves to you, or they're waiting to see what your next move is and if you're really going to succeed at this thing or not. You'd be surprised at how dirty some people are thinking about you. And many of them, they don't even know you. See, we live in a world, guys, that rewards being loud, oversharing, over-posting on social media, over-explaining yourself. But if you really want to grow money and keep your peace at the same time and stay on your purpose, you've got to master the art of moving in silence. Now, this isn't about being scared or secretive. I'm not telling you to be fearful or scared or nervous. I'm just telling you that when you build wealth and ultimately become rich, it's about being strategic. It's about understanding that sometimes the less you say, the further you're going to go. The quieter you are, the more you can accomplish whatever you're trying to do. You don't need validation. You just need to stick to your vision. You don't need extra attention and all the eyes on you, right? What you need is just alignment with your purpose. And that don't call for really much noise at all. Matter of fact, it calls for silence. Now, let me real quickly give you 7 reasons why you should keep your mouth completely shut when you get rich. And stay tuned for number 5, because number 5 is my favorite. The first reason is the fact that silence is a superpower. When you start elevating, right, you'll realize something really powerful. The loudest people rarely have the most. The quiet ones, they're the ones who's focused. The quiet ones, they're the ones who's really locked in. They're working, right? They're grinding in the background. They're the ones who really have the most, the quiet ones. You ever notice how real power doesn't really have to announce itself? Somebody that carries an aura around them or is powerful, they don't have to come in and say, look at me, I'm powerful, right? Like when you see Warren Buffett, he's not flashing everything, right? When you see real wealth, generational wealth, it typically moves quietly in silence, because powerful people, they don't have to talk about their moves. They just make the moves. Loud people are the ones who's chasing attention. Quiet people build foundations, right? Talking too much is how you give away your sauce. Talking too much is how you give away your blueprint. And every time you post or brag or overshare on social media, you're just giving somebody the exact playbook to study you, to study your habits, to study your weaknesses. There's something really, really cool, in my opinion, about silence. It gives you a level of control. It gives you some leverage, and it keeps your next moves, whatever they may be, sort of protected. So in my opinion, you got to talk less and move more and let your results do all the talking and make all the noise. Now, the second reason you want to shut up when you get rich is that every word you say can and will be used against you. Every word you say is a weapon that people can and will throw back at you. When you talk too much, you're giving people data. And trust me, some people out here, they will use that data that comes out of your mouth against you. You tell somebody about your new business idea. Next month, That person is over there starting the same business cheaper and louder, right? You tell a cousin or somebody at the barbecue or at the fish fry about your raise that you got. Suddenly they're calling you with a quick favor, right? Hey, can you hook me up with something, right? Or a temporary loan. You tell social media, you just bought a new car. Now guess what? The scammers, they know where to look and who to look for and what to look for because they saw your new car on social media. Loose lips don't just sink ships, right? Loose lips expose your GPS location. Flat out, right? I'm just keeping it real. So you need to protect your business, protect your dreams, protect your future, because what people don't know, they can't ruin. What people don't know, they can't talk bad about or talk down about. Now, the third reason to shut up is that not everybody is happy for you. Now, this one's going to hurt some people out here, but it's the truth. When you start winning, the energy around you changes. Some people that used to root for you when you was on your way up the mountain, they may start to resent you. Jealousy is a real thing. And jealousy usually wears a disguise, okay? Jealousy usually looks like support. Jealousy usually looks like a pat on the back. But a lot of times, things ain't what they seem. People will congratulate you in public, but compete with you in private. They'll like your post, right? But secretly hope you fail. And oftentimes, here's the deal. The more you feed people with updates about how you're doing and your money and all that, the more you feed them reasons to be envious. And I'm not saying other people's envy is really your problem, but it could become an issue that you have to deal with down the road, right? You've got to understand this one thing. Success, oftentimes, it triggers other people's insecurities, especially in a world like we live in now where a lot of people are hurting. So my suggestion is to protect your energy, protect your blessings, right? You don't owe the world proof that you're winning or that you're rich or that you have a lot of money. Celebrate privately and stay grateful publicly. Now, the fourth reason to keep it quiet when you build wealth or when you get rich is simply this. The world is full of scammers, guys, full of robbers, full of people who are super duper desperate to get what you got and not give you anything in return. When people know what you have, they start plotting. Not everybody, but a lot of people out here, you'd be surprised. Sometimes they're plotting something physical. You never know. But sometimes it could be just emotional. Sometimes it could be something financial. Scammers are watching you online. Trust me, they are waiting for clues. And then you have fake friends that are out there watching you as well, trying to attach themselves to your come up, right? What you're doing well. And then you have those desperate people who feel like they got nothing to lose, right? So they're always searching for a crack in the armor to see when they can kind of dig in and take something of yours and maybe an opportunity just to get close to you. Get close to the stuff that you spent your hard-earned time, energy, and money building, right? So again, protect yourself, not just with the Second Amendment, right? If you know, you know, but also protect yourself with just discretion. Because once you show your hand, what you got, you can't unshow it. People have literally been robbed, kidnapped, or betrayed simply because they couldn't stop talking about what they had. See, money doesn't just attract opportunity, but money attracts opportunists. So you got to learn to move wisely, move quietly, and remember, peace of mind is worth more than the publicity of everyone knowing your business. Guys, if you're serious about getting your money right, go grab my new book, Manage Your Way to Millions. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's about building wealth with purpose, all right? You can find it over on Amazon or just hit the link in the description box below. It'll walk you through the same mindset and systems that helped me turn my financial life around. Manage Your Way to Millions. Don't just talk about freedom, learn how to build it. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, I told you to stay tuned for number 5. This is my favorite one. The fifth reason to shut up is simply this. You learn more when you talk less. Now, this might be one of the most underrated lessons in life, but hear me closely on this one. When you talk, you're repeating what you already know. When you listen, you're learning what you don't know. So silence is really the great teacher. Silence gives you perspective. It helps you read the room. Silence can help you spot people's motives. Right? Silence can help you understand the energy taking place in a group, small group, big group, whatever it could be. The older I get, the more I realize that wisdom is built in the pauses. not really in the middle of the performances, right? You don't need to prove that you're smart. You don't need to prove that you're successful or that you're in the know or prove that you have a lot of money. You just need to keep your ears open and your mouth shut long enough to catch the truth between the pauses, between people's words. So when you're quiet and you're listening and you're not talking, you're actually building wisdom. Now, reason number 6 is this: be the part. Don't just look the part. We live in a culture that's totally obsessed with appearances. Everybody wants to look a certain way or look rich, but very few people want to do the hard work and take out the long hours and all of the planning and strategy that it takes, or go through all the failures that it takes to actually be rich. Because being rich takes discipline, humility, time, patience. The only thing looking rich takes is a credit card, perhaps, a little bit of ego, a little bit of creativity, and a social media page, and you can look as rich as you want to look. But here's the deal. You can't fake real financial discipline with a picture of you on IG sitting on the beach. It doesn't work like that. You can't really flex your way into real financial freedom. So you don't want to be the person who's out here trying to prove that you're successful. It's not necessary. Real wealth is not loud. It's quiet. It's intentional. It's a family that's well taken care of. That's real wealth. Real wealth is peace in your home. That's real wealth. Or peace in your mind. It's no bad debt on stuff that's losing value, right? That's real wealth. It's no drama, no stress. In my opinion, it's better to have real financial freedom than to have fake followers. Now, let's go to the 7th reason that you want to keep your mouth shut when you get rich. It's just simply humility. Humility is what's going to keep you grounded when you start to build wealth or you get rich. When you stay humble, you stay human. When you get money, just simply stay grateful, right? Stay approachable. Don't look down on other people just because you leveled up somehow. You never know who you'll need on the way down if you ever go down, right? Humility doesn't mean, now let me just clarify this. Humility doesn't mean you got to hide your blessings. I'm not saying that. Humility just simply means you quietly honor your blessings, right? Humility means understand that every win that you make, that you have, is not for display for the world to see. You don't have to go to LinkedIn and take a picture standing next to your award every time you win something. Now, if you do, that's cool. I'm not mad at you, right? But I'm saying to build this wealth in silence, remember that some wins are just for your development. Some of the wins that you have are just to test. Watch this. Some of the wins you have in life and with money is simply to test you to see if you'll remain thankful. So your job when you build wealth and you get rich is to stay teachable. Because the moment you think you're too big to listen, life has a way of reminding you how small you really are. That's the reason when you get rich, you don't really have to tell no one. You just be quiet. Look, this is why in my book, Manage Your Way to Millions, I talk about building real wealth quietly, intentionally, and without trying to prove anything to anybody. It's not just about making money. It's about learning how to manage the money, learning how to multiply the money, and move in silence. Go to manageyourwaytomillions.com and grab your copy today. I hope this video was helpful to somebody. If it was, do me a favor and share this video with somebody who you know. And smash the like button below for me and drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Remember, at the end of the day, guys, you don't owe anybody any explanation for your success, for you getting rich. Stay quiet, stay humble, shut up, and just stay grateful. Just keep stacking. Keep growing. Listen, the best person who's going to take care of that old you is the young you. Until the next video, peace.